Berkeley Squared, a unique in-depth program showcasing people who make a difference doing what they love here in Berkeley. Today we have Brian Donahue. Brian is a promoter for the Run for Life event, and he's going to be talking to us today about how to get involved. Brian, welcome.
Thank you.
Can you give us an overview of the event and tell us a little bit about what your involvement is?
I had the pleasure in 1997 to form, along with some other interested and involved people from the community, the Run for Life Foundation. It's a California nonprofit foundation whose singular purpose is to conduct the Run for Life each year. And some years we've taken off, and other years we've had the event. And this April 21st, Saturday, on the morning of Cal Day, we will have Run for Life 2001. Some background. If you take a look at the story of education in California, it's not a really happy story right now. We all know how education has suffered at all different levels, and rather than go through all of that, several people decided to do something about it. And first thing we did as a design, we said, what would be the kind of values that we want to create? Well, we want to have a healthy body for our kids, a healthy mind, healthy family, healthy community, and particularly now more than ever, healthy fundraising, healthy finances. And we believe that there's a spiritual aspect to everything, and so how could we create such an event? Well, healthy body, what the run is, it's a 3K, a 5K, and a 10K, which is anywhere from a 3 mile to a 5 mile, 6.5 mile walk, run, or a wheelchair. A healthy mind. Well, the event occurs on the morning of Cal Day. Cal Day is the Disneyland of the mind. The UC Berkeley is opened up, laboratories and exhibits and lectures and sporting events, food. There's trolley cars. There'll be 40,000 people. And in fact, the idea of a child who may not ever think of higher education or education can be introduced to all of these concepts could very well change a life. That's why we call it a Run for Life.
That's why you call it Run for Life.
Right.
So,
and then I'll just keep on rolling. The healthy family, the entire organization of the run is designed around forming teams, which include mom, dad, uncles, aunts, neighbors, co-workers, everyone. And the larger the group that registers under your youth organization, the greater the financial return, which we'll discuss in more detail later. Healthy community. We are totally dependent on sponsors to help us launch this, like Berkeley Community Media helping us right now. Berkeley Times, Berkeley Side are just a few who, not counting the enormous contribution of the University of California, Berkeley, and the City of Berkeley. But I want to make a disclaimer, this is not a university event. This is a Run for Life Foundation event which takes place on the Berkeley campus through the generosity of many people who are very, very caring and dedicated to youth. And then healthy finances. We have a program where the larger the team, 60% of the registration money is donated immediately back to the organization.
wow.
So it's a built-in, no-cost, prepackaged fundraiser. So it can help schools, and the analogy, which is probably not that great, but we don't give fish, we teach people to fish. In other words, we teach kids that if they work hard and recruit family members, they will financially benefit. So there's so I think I've covered, and then the spiritual side. Our theme is, which I particularly love, it's celebrating the spirit of goodness in children. Kids don't get told frequently enough that they're born good, and in this crazy world that we live in right now with financial tensions and world tensions and everyone's worked and stressed and technologies to the max, kids could very well be forgotten. So these dedicated people have stepped forward with their organizations, like you guys, to make something very, very good. So that's a long answer.
It's a great overview, Brian.
Yeah.
And we're proud to be part of this as a supporter of, youth having a chance to see great examples of community and how to get people to support them, and hopefully that spreads, and it's also supporting the veterans and
just a word about the veterans.
Yeah.
Each year the Run for Life Foundation donates any money that's left over after we cover expenses. This year we decided that turns out that the student veterans, these are young men and women who've served our country in Iraq and Afghanistan. They're now back on the Berkeley campus as students. They don't have a place. They don't have the kind of things that normal college kids get. And so whatever money is left over will be donated to buying a Cal Vet house close to campus. So, and we're all volunteers. None of us make any money on this. We basically give our money all away, and then we do it again next year.
Great.
So it's all the goodness of all the people that are collectively directed towards helping a generation of young people that, my gosh, they have their challenges. So.
Yep. Is there anything else that you'd like to address and?
Well, I just like to make sure.
Talk to the camera and tell our viewers.
Sign them up and come on out on the morning of Cal Day and be part of something that is just bigger than big.